right, good day to you wherever you are. My name is Ronnie Mack. I'm your host of the Riddle Report, and we have a very special occasion. We have some great leadership. I don't know if I should bow. We have our SGA president here with us, Ander. Let me make sure I read my little intro because that's what they
Don't
pay me
worry.
for, and then we'll just have a casual conversation after that. All right. So, welcome to the Riddle Report, where we explore the dynamic journeys of exceptional individuals in aviation, space, and engineering through the lens of the EREU experience. Anders serves as the SGA president here on the Daytona Beach campus. He has a range of experiences inside and outside the classroom. He is known for great suits, student leadership, and his willingness to help others. I'm your host, Ronnie Mack, and today I'm honored to welcome Ander. Feel free to clap wherever you are. All right. So thank you so much for coming, man.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mack.
All right.
It's my pleasure.
I got to talk to you about your tailor after the session. So, can you tell us a little bit about your story? Like,
A-
who are you? What's a little bit about your background?
Absolutely. So my name is Ander Turueno Garcia. It's a little confusing. I have two last names. I was born and raised in Mexico City. I started getting into aviation when I was 4 years old, and started getting really into airline flying. And eventually got my private pilot license in Texas in a high school break before COVID.
Mhm.
And eventually, everybody knows the story when COVID happened.
Gotcha.
So I decided to go to college, and obviously Riddle is the place that I wanted to come for college,
Mhm.
and started my bachelor's in aeronautical science. Did all my ratings, became a flight instructor here, and just like any other story, Riddle decided to change my mind on a lot of aspects that the university has,
Gotcha.
and now I want to pursue business and corporate aviation.
Okay.
Now I'm pursuing my master in aviation finance still.
All right. What inspired that pivot for you?
It's really interesting. So, getting a little more into detail, Riddle is, and this is what I was sharing in orientation and the welcome session that we had with all the freshmen.
Mhm.
Riddle is very unique in very aspects. It changed you, but at the same time, it challenged you to pursue something different.
Okay.
I started my aeronautical science degree, and a lot of people they just want to just stick on the regular flying.
Mhm.
But the good thing is that we have a lot of resources here on campus and a lot of discovery and most importantly, or contacts in the industry and the networking we are able to do.
Mhm.
So I started getting a little more my interest, and people like you and other staff and faculty members here at Embry-Riddle started sort of like tapping my shoulder on, hey, you should explore corporate aviation. You're
Okay.
fit into it. And this summer I just finished my internship with Embraer Executive Jets down in Melbourne.
Oh, tell me more about that. What did that look like? What was the everyday of that?
I was a business analyst,
Mhm.
and it was thanks to networking through Riddle, I was able to go and get the internship, and it was really interesting. It was like a rotational internship with all the departments within Embraer,
Mhm.
so explore all the business units and what they do,
Mhm.
and anything from marketing and business development all the way through the purchase agreement, how the all the experience is tailored to the customer, and all the way into the delivery process of corporate jet.
All right. What was your favorite rotation? What was the favorite part of that internship?
I would say it has different aspects. For example, in the company, I really like the concierge team. They're really the ones that they put the experience when the customer is coming
Mhm.
into the campus to purchase the jet, and everything is about the experience because you can buy any car, but if the
Mhm.
dealership or anybody where you're buying this product is not giving you an experience, it affects how you perceive the product at the end of the day. So it was really cool to learn that over the summer.
Awesome, awesome. So I would expect your leadership experience help usher in that internship. Can you tell us more about your leadership experience on campus, especially your role at SGA?
Yeah, so I think like one of the things that Riddle has for me in a lot of the ways is to pursue your own task and your own I don't know how to word it. So like push yourself to do more
Okay.
than what you have been asked.
Okay.
Um
Perseverance.
yeah, exactly. That's one of the key things that allow me to succeed in this internship because you can be given tasks, but if you're not doing more than the tasks you're given, is you're just fulfilling like a simple mission. But if you want to be like what I learned and through the experience that I have been able to acquire through SGA is be like persevere
Mhm.
on returning more than what you've been asked to.
Okay. So almost going above and beyond.
Yeah.
All right. That's awesome. So for those who may not know or haven't been to school in a while, what does an SGA president do besides drive a very nice golf cart?
So as the SGA president, not only I represent the entire student body, but at the same time, I work positive relationships with the administration and the board of trustees. And the key thing is my role is more the translator of student needs, problems, or even future opportunities to the university administration.
Okay.
Obviously, like the university administration has all the data, but that soft skill of, hey, this is a feeling, or this is like, I know my students, this is probably what they want, or they're willing to see,
Mm-hmm.
or this is a need that probably you guys have not seen before coming from a student. That is the most important one. Obviously, there is some legislation aspect that it's embedded in our bylaws, like chair, the executive board, chair, or general sessions, and all that stuff. But primarily is work. I'm the translator between the student body and the university administration, and obviously I
Mm.
advocate for my peers.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions. What were some other leadership experiences that you had on our campus?
I was able to be the president of the flight professional conduct board over the flight department,
Mm-hmm.
and that was really unique to see on to learn on leadership, how to apply not only sure conduct, but how to lead with some measurements of control, like, hey, we're not like policies of, we're not going to do this and we're going to do this, and seeing the entire aspect of, for example, when a student misses a flight, how does that process work? So we're the ones responsible for it. At the same time, I was in the I was a co-chair of the Dean Student Advisory Board for the College of Aviation, president of the Outpace Club, and obviously my entire life here at Riddle, I've been in SGA.
Oh wow. As a leader, values and mission guide everything that we do. If you could describe your values in 3 words, what would those be?
I would say perseverance,
Hmm.
commitment,
Hmm.
and positive attitude.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you for that. Now I want to talk to you a little about the classroom experience. What was one of your favorite classes and why?
Sure. That is really interesting.
Feel free to say my class, but I mean, I'll just play. You can say, you can be honest.
I would say transport aircraft systems,
Mm.
and actually non-fixed wing aircraft
Okay.
class. It's a really cool class. The professors teaching this class when I took it is Professor Harris and Professor Moorfield.
Okay.
They put up together this amazing class that teaches you everything about non-fixed wing aircraft,
Hmm.
meaning rotorcraft, urban air mobility vehicles like eVTOLs.
Hmm.
Anything you can think about it is crazy. They invite guest speakers every week to teach us about the different aspects of any aircraft that is non-fixed wing.
Hmm.
So we had Red Bull demonstration pilots. We have medevac. You have members of the military from the Army, Air Force, Navy. It is This class is crazy.
Hmm.
Learning the different aspects of how a non-fixed wing aircraft has the different applications in the field, and seeing it firsthand from the people that they fly it every day is crazy.
Okay. I want to bring you back to one of the value words you said, perseverance. Was there any time in your academic journey where you may have struggled or failed, but then persevered through that? Whether
Absolutely.
that's classroom, anything outside of that?
Yeah, I think you start with, and also it depends on the energy you have. I think not only getting like tasks outside the classroom, but I would say like my junior year, that was a year that I struggled a little bit with academics. Obviously, you start focusing on other stuff, and that's when the classes get harder the most.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the things that not only helped me persevere is not only my friends and my family, but at the same time the faculty. The faculty are amazing on like understanding some difficulties that you might have, and not that they're giving you a leeway on get out of homework or anything. Is they're basically supporting you on doing better and basically overcoming any challenge that you might have.
Okay.
So I would say like the faculty, friends, and family are the ones that they help me so like persevere on academics when I struggled.
Awesome. Now I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about the almost student or campus experience. Every time I see you, you got a smile on your face. You're shaking hands, whether it's a Sodexo worker or the president. A lot of students may struggle with building connection or communicating. How have you done it so well? Where you've networked on campus, you built rapport, you built friendships. What are some secret sauce to that?
Thank you. I think one of the things that I learned, and that's one thing that sort of like, I had it in high school, but I never sort of like invested a lot of time and effort on exploiting that skill. That was here at Riddle, and after sort of like joining different organizations, clubs, and my fraternity was that was something at those moments when I started like learning the different aspects. I really, really worked on it.
Yes.
But I think that one of the most amazing experience that I've had is this past orientation week.
Oh.
A lot of the freshmen, they're really afraid of making friends, and it's a normal struggle. And I think one of the things that we never realize is the other person feels is I can 99% sure guarantee you that the other person feels the same way when you
Mhm.
introduce yourself in a random environment. So I think like not a fear of rejection is the main thing. If you're talking to a person and like they can be social and whatnot, they might talk to you back or not.
Mhm.
Is it literally, I would say like it's literally like sales. You can sell a product to 100 people and just 20 are gonna buy it from you. But still you made your shot with other 80 people. So I would say it doesn't matter like if you get rejected or you don't get the interest that you were expecting back. As long as you try it, I think is what it's worth. And I cannot care if it's the university president or a Sodexo worker. For
Mhm.
me, it's just they're everybody's people.
Thank you, thank you. Can you talk a little bit about how important involvement is? Because you've had a wide range of things on campus, but for the students who are watching or parents that are supporting the student, how important is involvement on campus?
I think is the key of succeeding here at Riddle. Not only I would say like not only on the social aspect, but at the same time on your professional life here at Riddle as a student. Companies now they're not only looking at the typical student that is getting a 4.0 GPA and
Mhm.
honors class. That is a really good thing to have in your resume and your academic
Mhm.
journey. But at the same time, if you didn't have any involvement outside the classroom, it doesn't show what is your involvement or what is
Mhm.
where you're pivoting your professional career.
Mhm.
And also like that is a true essence that is here at Riddle is we have more than 250 organizations campus wide
Mhm.
with many different aspects, and it doesn't matter what your background is. You can be a pilot, you can be an engineer, and be in cross clubs. So I think um, from the academic side, involvement on campus it's what keeps you really tied up to the classroom and being able to succeed,
Mhm.
but at the same time engage on campus. Because if you're just going to class and coming back to your dorm and not doing anything,
Mhm.
pretty much you're just like going through time. But I think involvement is what keeps you like learning and having the different aspects. One of the things that I would like to change from the involvement on campus is uh, like explore other majors, other clubs that are not within your major,
That's a good point.
because I was in aeronautical science and like I said before, it's like I was really focused on just flying and I did not care about anything that was not flying the ILS. I left into Daytona, the RNF-16 and talking about like crazy experiences in the sky.
Mhm.
But when I became vice president, I started for the SGA, I started expanding on what different clubs did and other stuff that I wish I explored before
Mhm.
and learn many aspects of, for example, motorsports, how they build this amazing like small car that they take to competitions or even crazy stuff like Urpel
Yeah.
launching rockets and trying to break through the Kármán lane. That is something that I never thought I was going to learn here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Riddle does a great job of creating a vibrant campus experience. For those who may have went through orientation, they saw some of it from homecoming to even some of our sporting events. What is your favorite Riddle experience throughout the academic year?
Interesting. So you're referring like academic on
Well, not just the general like campus tradition and experience, whether that's homecoming, whether that is orientation. Is there a great event that you truly enjoy each time of the year?
I think it depends on the semester.
Mhm.
I would answer on the on that aspect. I think fall semester definitely homecoming. It's one of the truly unique events of the year. Not
Mhm.
only for obviously the homecoming celebration, but at the same time seeing the different alumni come to campus and basically interact with the ones that we're currently in the university.
Mhm.
Is like I was a student assistant for alumni engagement for about
Mhm.
a year, and I was able to experience homecoming at its full swing from the
Mhm.
organization to the full execution.
Mhm.
What it was truly unique is, if I'm not mistaken, there were three Riddle alumni that they lived down in Titusville or in South Florida
Okay.
that they graduated Riddle in '56
Oh
or
wow.
prior to Riddle moving to Daytona, and they talked about all that experience of going from Miami all the
Mhm.
way to Daytona and seeing that like history of the
Yeah.
university in that journey is crazy. For the spring, I will say, um, obviously Blue and Gold Week or even Aviation Week. Those two events is something that I really really look forward every spring semester. Um, that embodies like literally the core celebration of the university. And you guys cannot miss out the Centennial celebration this coming March. That is true. Like that is really important, guys.
All right, cool. You want to say any more about that?
The Centennial. Yeah, I mean, this coming March we have obviously the Centennial celebration. Everybody's gearing up right now to
Mhm.
celebrate the Embry-Riddle's 100th year.
Mhm.
And actually, we're also gearing up to celebrate our 66th year
Oh wow.
on campus. So yeah, we're gearing up to that on how to make collectible items or
Mhm.
celebrations and stuff. More details to come on our SGA Instagram, ERUSGADB.
There you go. A little cross promotion there. So, was there any great lessons that you've learned from an alumni or a past SGA president that may have given you any insights that has helped you today?
I would say from alumni, um, it's really important on that aspect from alumni, how it shapes sort of like my life here at Riddle.
Mhm.
Through alumni engagement, I was able to see that every we all come for a specific degree,
Mhm.
either aerospace engineer, space flight operations, aeronautical science, and that is the path that we think we're going.
Mhm.
But eventually, Riddle gets on the way, or life gets on the way,
Mhm.
and that might not be the path that you end up in. So,
Mhm.
for example, I met some alumni that they started with aeronautical science, but they discovered that they wanted to do negotiations for Embraer
Mhm.
or some legal aspect for Embraer, or even aerospace engineers that they didn't want to sit down and just and engineer like a certain piece or
Mhm.
something in the industry. They wanted to be flight test pilots.
Mhm.
So it truly is amazing that a teaching from alumni on the path that you came here for Riddle might not be the one that you end up with. And it is nothing wrong. It's just you're working towards your degree and something might change, and that is the beautiful aspect of Riddle is it helps you and teaches you after that happens.
Mhm.
um and from past SGA presidents, I think one of the aspects that I really really learned from previous presidents is how to maintain a positive relationship with the administration
Mhm.
and the staff around the university,
Mhm.
and also how to be persistent in the projects that we have. um um and what is the true aspect that we're impacting the student experience, like
Mhm.
changes you make, you have to think about the entire student body, not only those involved in the decision, is how it's affecting more than 8,000 students.
Oh wow, that's a good point. So, as SGA president, relationships are pivotal. Can you talk about that importance between students and faculty, building those connections and relationships?
Absolutely. So I think one of the most important things, and not only like with the faculty and the staff here at Riddle, but honestly in every single aspect you do here at Riddle, and I can talk about Care Expo at the same time.
Mhm.
It's truly the essence of what is here at Riddle. It's not like you have a lecture of 100 people and it's pretty much impossible to talk to the professor.
Mhm.
You have lectures that are around 30 students, depending on the major you're doing. But the key importance is that professors, they're really, really here and they're very communicative and they are very adaptable to every student. And
Mhm.
also, you can reach out to them at any time, like with office hours and the typical stuff. But the most important thing is the tailored experience.
Mhm.
I know you mentioned before about shoots, and I'm a huge fan of shoots.
Yeah.
Um, w- because one of the most important aspects is I think a suit or any clothing is it adapts to the way you are, the shape of your body. There's like every single aspect on the uniqueness of who you are. That piece of clothing sort of like adapts to you. One of my truly so like goals in life is getting a fully bespoke suit in London in Savile Row. That is, you should see
Okay.
the videos. It's crazy the tailoring they do,
All right.
but that is like how you do relationships at the same time, is you tailor to the other person. And I see this is mistake in Career Expo like year after year. Students that go to a recruiter and the first question they ask is, "Do you have a job for me?" Obviously, here's the thing: they're gonna be brutally honest what they have available, and probably they're gonna give you the typical answer. But what I tell freshmen every single year is don't go looking for the job. Go look to make that connection on that aspect of approaching every semester and hey, my name is Ander. I'm very interested in going to business aviation. I looked in the company, like I already did this research. What is the thing you like the most about the company? Or what is one of the things you look forward on every day you go to work? And you start learning who they are, and that is important. Like how you tailor that relationship on obviously everybody we have our needs and our goals in life, but how you connect with that person at the same time. And for example, year after year, when you build that connection, when you reach your junior, senior year, they have already seen you for 3 years. You have built an amazing relationship, follow up on emails, perhaps gone for coffee 2 or 3 times that they have been here, or you have visited the facilities. And once you're ready to get a job, it is easy cake. They have, hey, I've been on Ander for 3 years. He's an amazing guy. He has been doing this at Embry-Riddle. Let's give him a full time job. Because that is like, and also like, I know a lot of people, like, you just apply to like hundreds and hundreds of jobs. But what is truly, truly life changing is those connections that you can build, not only with professors, but at the same time with people in the industry. And that is also the core essence of Riddle, like that a bespoke experience of professors. They mold on different aspects of a student of, hey, like I need to go to a conference. Being, hey, I understand you still need to do all the course material and stuff, but I'm going to support you going to the conference. Hey, we have this club activity. Would you like to be our advisor, or would you like to be involved?
Mhm.
The majority of the faculty, they are absolutely going to be thrilled to support a student in that way.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. You've told a lot of stories about alums, and we have such a creative array of student experience and alumni experiences. And you coming from Mexico City to Daytona Beach, what was that like for you? How did you create belonging for yourself as an international student?
It was truly a very, very hard change. Obviously, not only on the place you come from in Mexico City, when you think about it, it's 20 million people in the same city, or
Mhm.
more or less 20 million people, and coming all the way to Daytona, that is has lots of crazy stuff happening year round. It was truly challenging, but I think like developing belonging here on campus is basically just be open to learn about everything there is on campus,
Mhm.
and basically when we think about when we're throwing into a new environment, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
And one of the things that Riddle really taught me is being comfortable being uncomfortable.
gotcha.
And when you truly open yourself on exploring different clubs, or
Mhm.
exploring or accepting, I mean, we're here in America, so accepting that American culture into what you can become in the 4 years or whatever time you decide to spend here,
Mhm.
it was truly something that it really helped me on developing that belonging here. On, hey, learning the culture and how do I fit into with the values and the culture that I carry from home. I think that a lot of people struggle with that on understanding how to put everything into the same pod and try to mix it. Because here's the thing: when you go around campus and you meet a Korean student, an Indian student, a Mexican student, you're like everybody's thrilled to learn about your experience in another country. That is
Mhm.
natural. Um, and if you're willing to be open and share those cultural and experiences, the other person on the other side is, hey, here in America we do this, or hey, we can help you with this, or hey, this is how you do it here.
Mhm.
Like funny story is,
Okay.
uh, I like to drive in when somebody is giving me a way to change lanes. Normally, I
Mhm.
put my hazard just saying thank you. My friend turns around and it's like, "Man, we don't do that here. Like, please don't do it." And I'm like, "Ah, okay, that's fine." So that type of stuff of like being willing to open yourself in small to big things, it's
Mhm.
what matters, and people are gonna help you on the way. It's not
Mhm.
something that you go alone. It's something that, as long as you are open to learn and also to share, it's
Mhm.
something that is going to drive you naturally.
All right. And I know a lot of our international students will appreciate that perspective. And a lot of our athletes come from a diverse array of countries. Has there any sports that you enjoy now that you're on the campus that you enjoy seeing, or have you interacted with a lot of those international athletes and their experiences?
100%.
Hmm.
Obviously, Mexico is such a heavy soccer country. Obviously, not only American football is a traditional here, but
Hmm.
hockey is something that I really, really liked. The Friday nights in the
Yeah,
ice hockey arena
a
here in
little
Daytona is
intense, a little intense.
it's
Just
crazy.
FYI.
That's something that I really, really sparked interest. But at the same time, for example, seeing how soccer is here developed in America is really amazing as well.
Mhm.
With all our international students coming from Europe and
Mhm.
Middle East and pretty much like everywhere in the world, they come here to play sports.
Mhm.
And probably some of them they're pursuing a career in aviation. Probably some of them they're pursuing a career in sports through Riddle. And it's really unique on the aspect of you're mixing sports
Mhm.
with a career here at Riddle.
Yeah.
And one of the examples that I have in another story, if there are no tired of stories,
Oh yeah.
is
They love stories.
I was visiting United Airlines headquarters, well, training facility in Denver, Colorado,
Mm,
and one of the captains that was showing us the facilities, and we got into 737 Max simulator,
mhm.
and we're talking. She says like a pin or something from Embry-Riddle, and she turns around and obviously is recognizing a fellow Eagle. That is really important.
Mhm.
And she starts sharing me the story, which is really unique. She couldn't afford coming to Riddle, but her coach really wanted, like, she really wanted to come to Riddle,
Okay.
or some aspect that she wanted to do something aviation. Her coach saw like her skill and her ability to play soccer, and with through the recordings before applying for college, the coach sent it to Riddle's coach, and she got a full time scholarship to study here at Riddle, do her licenses,
Wow.
and now she's a captain for United Airlines. That is something that I was eye opening, and it's not like that is not a unique story. There are many many stories that are the same that they come here probably for sports, and they found something in aviation. Just be willing to learn is a change.
Yeah, you just bring up key themes of perseverance, adaptability, being willing to pivot, and Riddle being a safe place to catch you as you make these changes. Oh wow. Oh, I'm learning a lot for you. That sounds great. Um, any final words or any challenges to our audience? Because families, future students, even some of our faculty will see this recording. Any final words of advice or any challenges for our audience?
I will resume basically Embry-Riddle in a nutshell and with a bold statement. Embry-Riddle is becoming the elite school or in literally in the southeast and in America
Mhm.
on not only on being trailblazers or innovating the entire aerospace industry, but at the same time is we're innovating the way we teach in the classroom. We're not only here teaching academics, you can learn how an airplane flies here or anywhere in the world, but
Mhm.
the people behind those classes, the people supporting and making all that infrastructure behind a student is what
Mhm.
Embry-Riddle is truly unique. On that safe environment that you were that we are mentioning on when a student is deciding to pivot from engineering to flight or whatever,
Mhm.
you have that support here when in other universities you don't have it. And at the same time, obviously some decisions that are not seen from top to bottom, but experiencing is I see the interest and the commitment from the board of trustees to administration on a student succeeding in the industry. That's why they're heavy on student impact on deciding to stay and not leaving for any other reason, supporting every single student as much as they can. So that is something that you guys need to consider when coming to Riddle. And honestly, is like when buying a car or when buying anything, you're very, very like you have very good emotions go up in a chart, and then you're like, oh, hold on, I don't know what to do. But one of the things that helps you not take a decision back or that gets the doubt out of the picture is see the stories of alumni, see the stories of every single student here at Riddle, and that's what it helped me make the instant decision. I knew that I wanted to come to Riddle, but one of the things that signed off on the deal and going to Daytona Beach and doing all my degree and ratings is the truly amazing stories behind or alumni or faculty and pretty much everybody in the industry that surrounds us. Because no other university has that. I don't care who it is, but every Riddle has that support not only from industry but everywhere around us. Florida, Arizona, everywhere.
Oh, wow, you made me want to take some classes. So I got two fun
Yeah.
questions. First off, where's your favorite place you've flown to as a pilot?
My favorite place that I have flown to, Marathon Key, 100%.
Mm.
I flew twice here with Embry-Riddle. I did my commercial solo cross country to Marathon Key, and it's an amazing, amazing flight. Heading down to Marathon Key happens to be one of my good friends. Michael was with me, going in a separate airplane
Gotcha.
as well. Landed, got an rental car from the FBO for free, and there's a truly amazing restaurant that is called Fish Island Company, a mile
Mm.
from the airport, and they have amazing seafood. It's right on the beach, and the truly amazing part is if you have a helicopter, you can
Mhm.
land in the restaurant and get your food. Never seen it before. And the most important thing is the best key lime pie that I've ever tried is down there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Marathon Key.
Awesome. Speaking of food, what is your go-to Chick-fil-A order?
My go-to Chick-fil-A order. I would say Oh man, I forgot the names, but number 6 is my favorite.
Okay. Okay.
With a little bit of Chick-fil-A sauce because I want to leave the Chick-fil-A sauce for the fries.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with not only the fried chicken into the sandwich, but at the same time a little bit of lettuce and some other stuff.
There
To
you
make
go.
it a little bit more
Yeah,
diverse.
balance it out. It's
Yeah,
technically a salad because you put lettuce on it.
exactly,
There you go.
exactly.
All right.
Makes it green and healthy, guys.
There you go. There you go. So as we wrap up, Andrew, it's been a pleasure having a
Thank you so
conversation with
much.
you. We learned about his position as SGA president, but we learned stories of perseverance, collective stories, and just positive outlook. So we just thank you for your time. Uh, we will share more of these stories as we go throughout the podcast. To our listeners, you can listen to this on any platform that you get podcasts, or maybe you borrow your friend's Spotify. I'm not sure. But wherever you get your podcast. And I want to leave you with this phrase: one story, one community, one ERAU. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Great job.
Thank you so much.